Hello everybody. Again welcome to my channel J Thakur's Chemistry. Today we will discuss about the modified electronegativity principle and their applications. Electronegativity is of four types: elemental electronegativity, modified electronegativity, group electronegativity, and relative electronegativity. If somebody asks that what is the electronegativity of carbon, then this type of electronegativity is elemental electronegativity. So in elemental electronegativity, we are talking about the electronegativity of a particular element. So this is called as elemental electronegativity. If we say that what is the electronegativity of carbon in this compound, so here carbon is sp hybrid. So here we say that what is the electronegativity of this sp hybrid carbon. So this type of electronegativity is called modified electronegativity. If we say that what is the electronegativity of CO2 and ammonia as whole, here we say that what is the group electronegativity of these molecules. And the fourth one, relative electronegativity, is simply the comparison of it between the electronegativity of different elements, molecules, etc. In modified electronegativity principle, we simply compare the electronegativity of hybrid orbitals and the electronegativity of pure orbitals or pure elements with each other, and then draw the series of their electronegativities. As we know that electronegativity is proportional to percentage S character, so electronegativity order of sp, sp2 and sp3 carbon is like this, and similarly the order of nitrogen is also like the carbon atom. In this we compare the hybrid carbon electronegativity with each other. To understand the modified electronegativity principle, we draw the electronegativity of different elements on the electronegativity scale on the basis of increasing their electronegativities. To understand this, here we compare the electronegativity of carbon, nitrogen and oxygen. Here the electronegativity of sp3 hybrid carbon is low, then sp2 hybrid carbon is high. Here the electronegativity of sp3 hybrid nitrogen is less than the electronegativity of sp hybrid carbon. This is one elemental period jump in the electronegativity of these elements. From these scales we conclude that the electronegativity of sp hybrid orbital of the element of a period is greater than the next element of that period having sp3 hybridization. So the modified electronegativity principle gives the order of electronegativities of different elements like this. This is the order of electronegativity based upon the hybridization and percentage S character. This is very important series having a lot of applications in organic, so learn it as it is. So there is one elemental jump or one elemental period jump along the electronegativity series in modified electronegativity principle. This says that the electronegativity of sp hybrid carbon is greater than the nitrogen sp3 hybrid. From this we can learn the series of modified electronegativity principle. So in case of sp hybrid, there is one electron jump in electronegativity, but there is no two elemental jump along the period. Two elemental jump means carbon sp electronegativity is greater than oxygen sp3 electronegativity, but this is not possible in modified electronegativity principle. So there is only one elemental period jump possible. So now let's move on the application part. First application is to check the acidity and basicity. So first question is compare the acidity of ammonia, water and ethylene. To compare this, we use the modified electronegativity series. According to modified electronegativity series, firstly we check the hybridization of this central atom present in these molecules. Here the hybridization of nitrogen is sp3. Water also have sp3 hybridization of oxygen. Here carbon is sp hybrid. So from the electronegativity series we know that here the electronegativity of oxygen sp3 is greater than carbon sp and this is greater than nitrogen sp3. The center atom have high electronegativity, have more tendency to attract the electron of the bond towards itself. So the partial positive charge is generated on the hydrogen atom. So due to the high electronegativity, there are more chances of hydrogen to emit as H positive ion. So from electronegativity, oxygen is more electronegative. So the hydrogen of H2O is more acidic than carbon. Hydrogen is acidic and then hydrogen is acidic. So here the acidic order is B greater than C greater than A. This is the acidity order of these three molecules. So now move on our second question, that is which is more stable. Here we have two compounds. First one is this and second is this compound. Here to check the stability, firstly we have to check the elemental stability of this hybrid carbon and oxygen. So by elemental electronegativity, the electronegativity of carbon, that is sp2 hybrid here, is less than oxygen. So according to electronegativity, the oxygen have more tendency to accumulate electrons on it. Due to this, B is more stable than A based upon the elemental electronegativity. Okay. There is one more factor to check the stability, that is size factor here. In size factor, we check the charge neutralization by size. If there is any other atom having large size like iodine, here the iodine is bigger in size, having more tendency to accumulate the negative charge on it. So here the stability order is like this. Because iodine have large size, so it can stabilize or disperse the negative charge on it, and so it is more stable than oxygen and carbon. Some students think that here we have to check the conjugation in this compound, but conjugation is secondary concept because the primary concept is to check the element electronegativity. Because if we check the conjugation here, there is no comparison between these two compounds because here no conjugation is present in this compound. Our next question is which is more acidic? Orally, we know that HCl is more acidic from all other acids like acetic acid. So, here to check the stability or acidity of these two acids, we apply the elemental electronegativity principle here. If we introduce here the concept of conjugation, From this we can say that here is more dispersion of charge present. So due to this dispersed negative charge, this is more stable as comparison to Cl negative. So why this concept, we can say that this is more acidic than Cl negative, but this is wrong. Firstly, we have to check the elemental electronegativity. This is the primary concept to check any acidic strength or any stability of any other elements. So keep in mind that you have to check the elemental electronegativity of the element first. Here the chlorine is bigger in size as comparison to oxygen and have high electronegativity. So chlorine can accumulate the negative charge on it easily as comparison to oxygen. So Cl negative is more stable as comparison to O negative. So here HCl is more acidic as comparison to acetic acid, because the acidity depends upon the stability of the conjugated bases. So please focus on elemental stability by elemental electronegativity. This is the primary concept, so please keep it in mind. If you consider the concept of conjugation before the concept of elemental electronegativity, then the results are wrong, like in this case. So please focus on the elemental electronegativity first. This is all about this video. Keep learning.